Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Lord Green of Deddington, sits in the House of Lords, has warned that public services will be overwhelmed if the current rate of immigration is maintained. And we're talking legal as well as illegal immigration. The NHS will collapse, housing will just be non existent, water will dry up. There will be no way this country can deal with this level of immigration, and it has to be controlled. His words, not mine. I agree with him. But he said, whilst overwhelming public services is one thing, there's something else that will change, which he says could be of a greater risk to people in this country. And that is by 2050 to 2055, white British people would be a minority in their own country. He says this is a social upheaval on a scale never before seen and will, he says, inevitably lead to trouble. There could be civil war, riots, fights. We're seeing this thing in parts of Paris, he says, and unless this is taken to task now, it could happen in this country very soon. 30 years or so is not a long time in the grand scheme of things. But unless this problem is changing, white British people are a minority in their own country, and they don't think that this is going to be a good thing. Lord Green, who founded the think tank called Migration Watch, said that Labour's plans to reduce net migration would achieve nothing. Speaking in the second reading into the Border Security, Asylum and Immigration Bill in the Lords on Monday yesterday, Lord Green said that these migration numbers also point to the foreseeable future that the resultant immigration will force Britons to become the minority. Now, of course, with a caveat that it's going to take time, and we know it's coming. It's something that we can control and stop doing. There is no need for mass immigration in this country anymore. It's not after the Second World War when we had the Windrush and we needed people from the Commonwealth. We don't need that anymore. We don't have the industry for it anymore. And so we could quite literally close our borders and it wouldn't be an issue. And why don't we? What is this fascination with having open borders to encourage millions of people here? 500,000 a year, sometimes, 900,000 last year, legal and illegal. Nearly 1 million people. Where are we putting them? You can't build houses fast enough. We don't have the resources. We don't have the schools. We don't have the health service. We've got nothing. The only way we can deal with anything is to make everything private. And if you want to send your sick child to school, you pay. If you want to go to hospital, you pay. And if you do it that way, then they'll work. Because nobody would come here, because all of a sudden it'd be too expensive to come here. And they go, well, if I come here in the mill, I've got to pay for it. Yes. You know, it's a drastic step. It's not one you want to do. But what else can you do if you're going to have a government that won't close its borders, that is actively encouraging people here? What else can we do? Britain is going to die. Britain is going to be subsumed by foreignness. And it isn't just any one group or any one ethnicity. You know, it's from all over the world. Be it from the West Indies, be it from Africa, South Saharan Africa, North Africa, be it from the Middle East, be it from South Asia, be it from Europe, Eastern Europe especially. So it's not any ethnicity, it's not any country. Britain is becoming a melting pot. But it's not a good thing for Britain. And it's not a good thing for the British. Ireland is sitting on a powder keg. Ireland is one incident away from civil war. Ireland, the people of Ireland, we're not talking about the usual crowd of, big gobby shites in pubs sitting there putting the world to right over beers. We're talking, school kids, mothers on the school run. We're talking old people. We're talking everybody who's not part of Ireland's ruling elite. The ruling elite are saying, no, open borders, and if you don't like it, you're racist. But the people of Ireland have had enough, and as we know, the people of Ireland, they're prepared to express that, shall we say. Being someone from Ireland, I can attest. Push a paddy, they'll push back. I can say that. If you say that, you're racist. But Ireland, like I say, is one. Is when they're opening up, for example, a migrant centre in a village, and there'll be more migrants than villagers, and then the villagers are out on the streets. The Gardaí come along, and they're like, "Oh no, you can't be doing this, can't be doing this," and the people are there going, "Yes, we can." And what are you? He said, look up. There's two of you in one car. There's 500 of us. Who do you think's going to win? And you see the Gardaí going, "Yeah, you're right." And they're not doing anything because what can they do? They daren't arrest anyone. They arrest one person, and the Gardaí is gone. It's finished, and so they're just like, nope, okay, that's fine, carry on. And it's almost unenforceable now. Laws in Ireland are becoming unenforceable because the Gardaí are scared of the people now, and the politicians are shitting themselves. So Ireland's doing it right. I think we need to do it in this country. We need to remind the politicians who's in charge, and it ain't them. It's the people. We are the people who should be in charge. The politicians should be doing our bidding. The politicians should be looking after us, not looking after the rest of the world and putting us down and getting us to pay for it, because that's what's happening in effect. Let's close the borders. Let's say enough's enough. We haven't got the resources. We haven't got the money. And make trafficking a capital crime, life imprisonment, and make being here illegally a crime, and anyone found illegally in this country immediately exported, but as far away as possible. Send them to some failed state, send them to Haiti or something. Let me know what you think. I think it's about time we started standing up for ourselves on this one. I don't profess to have all the answers, but I've got some, and I'm pretty sure people out there in YouTube land, my viewers, you've got your own ideas of what to do and how to deal with it. But I can't see how this country can last with the constant levels of immigration that we've got. I mean, 1.5 million houses, Angela, every single one of them will go to an immigrant, legal or illegal, but every single one, and it still wouldn't be enough. You'd have to build 1 million a year, not 1.5 million over 5 years. You just can't get your head around the numbers that are coming in, and you can't understand why. Since 1997, no government has had the balls to say no. They've all done it. They've all opened the border. Blair started it, and every other government since has just gone, yeah, carry on, because we don't want to look racist by closing the borders and saying, no, we don't want any more people. It's not racist. It's survival. Thanks very much. Goodbye, one and all.